Hey folks, Doug here. Today I'm going to be planting some annual brassicas and clovers into some standing crops on the family farm here. I'm going to be using our tractor with a 3-point hitch adapter. These are handy for a lot of things other than a downburst seeder, but so basically this is going to allow you to use the hydraulics to lift and lower the machine rather than the actuator on the unit itself. So the first thing you need to do is just set the height. The range that the machine needs to work properly is between 8 and 16 inches. Measured to the bottom of the tube here. So right now we're at like 18 and a half. I'll drop this down a bit. Close enough. So I'll set the stop on the drop, so I'll be able to just lift it with the 3-point and then just put it all the way down to that stop to this 13-inch height. So get this guy mounted up. Alright. Now I was planning this same mix that I'm doing yesterday with Andy Hutchins. There's a little bit in here still, but I'm just going to top this off. We've got a total of about 3.5 acres to do today. So even though we're using the tractor to raise and lower it, we still need the 12 volts to run the blower to spread the seed. And I think I'll also lift this to lock that ground wheel while we're driving back to the plots. Let's plug that in and we're ready to go. Here we are at the first plot. You can see we've got the standing rye from last year. We actually did the exact same mix in here last year. And then about a month from now, we'll come back and broadcast 100 pounds of rye right over this. And then depending how it looks, maybe even another 100 pounds of rye into September, towards the end of September. So right now, this is ideal for doing no-till planting, which is what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna spread the seed right into this and then come back with the cultipacker and lay all this rye down. You can see this is definitely on its way out, and this is just going to stay down once we roll over this. I'm not worried about the volunteer rye that I'm going to get out of these seed heads. It's just going to help plant the field again. And we're just trying to build this soil up, so I'm just going to keep doing this you know, for a few years and not till this at all. So yeah, I think that's about it. We'll get started here. just got done spreading the seed into the standing rye. As you can see, I'm expanding this plot a little bit and changing the shape of it. So this ground hasn't been worked in like at least 30 years. So I did go ahead and rototill this and cultipack it yesterday. So this will be a great comparison of, you know, we'll get to see how the exact same seed on the exact same ground does, you know, planting into standing crop, no-till method, and then basically full till. You also notice I left a lot of trees out here. Probably take those out in the future, but I was hoping to try and transplant some and just didn't get to it this spring. So today I'm going to just work around them, so you'll get to see, you know, how easy it is to maneuver around obstacles like that with a downburst seeder. So we'll get at it here. So now we're going to be using the downburst seeder to plant into some standing hairy vetch. Never done this before. Not really sure where this vetch came from, but our one plot here is about an acre, and it comes back every year. It just keeps reseeding itself, I think. But it makes good deer food, a lot of protein. I haven't spent a lot of time trying to eradicate it. Normally we would mow this down several times, which just takes a lot of time and fuel. So this year I'm just going to try using the downburst to just spread the seed right into this. And we're going to roll over it with the packer and see how it stays down. If it wants to come back up, I might end up spraying it as well. But should save us a lot of time. Okay, so we just got done spreading into the hairy vetch. I think it actually looks pretty good. The downburst did better than I thought. I thought it would be a tangled mess on this thing after going through all that jungle of debris of that vetch, but man, I think there was actually more wrapped around the axle from going through the rye. Not enough to cause any issues, but I did pull some off earlier after after seeding into that standing rye. So yeah, I think this, we'll see how it comes up, but looks pretty good out here. A little bit of clover on the edge of our clover field. We'll go further in. The seed right there, looks like a radish. There's probably a lot of seed caught in this yet, so once we roll this down, it should make sure any seed that's caught up high makes it to the ground. But you can see there's not very much debris under here. Pretty weed-free seed bed really underneath this, so as long as we get a good kill on this, I think it's gonna work out pretty well. But time will tell. All right, on to the next field. Thanks for watching.